Welcome back, everyone. Today will be a little bit different. There will be no fishing, unfortunately. I want to talk about, is it worth it to buy a new cable steer trolling motor from Minn Kota, or is it worth it to just fix it yourself? Buy all the replacement parts, put them together yourself, what have you. So I purchased a boat last year, took it out. First time I took it out, I could tell something was kind of wrong with the trolling motor. It was loud. Something just wasn't right. It got me through last year. Towards the end of the year, I brought it home, took the bottom end apart. Water had gotten in there. It looked like one of the seals had busted. The boat had been sitting for about 3 years, so I'm sure that's what did it, or didn't. So there was dirt all in there. It was all rusted on the inside of the lower unit of the trolling motor. So I started looking around. I kind of struggled, do I buy a new one? Do I replace the parts? And, what's going to be cheaper? I don't have a lot of money, so I always try to look for the cheaper option. So I decided to go ahead and rebuild it. I found a place online, a company called Northland Marina. Great group of guys, very knowledgeable. You ask them a question, there's no putting you on hold. Let me find that out. They know the answer to everything that has to do with the Minn Kota trolling motors. Like I said, very knowledgeable, very quick to answer your questions. Real nice guys. I really like the company. I've ordered through them a few times now, and I'm going to continue to order through them. I have the Minn Kota maximum cable steer. It's going to cost me about $1,200 to buy a new one. I only spent $600, and I pretty much rebuilt the whole trolling motor for $600. So to me, it's a no-brainer. Is it better to buy brand new or better to rebuild? I would say price-wise, it's better just to rebuild it. You're going to spend half the money. So like I said, I went ahead and rebuilt it. I didn't replace everything. Let me go ahead and show you guys what I did and did not replace. Okay, so what I replaced was the head unit, and I got more to say about this here once we go over the whole trolling motor. But I replaced the top head unit, all new gears and everything inside. I replaced the inner shaft. I got a sealed lower unit, which already has the cables that run up through to the head unit. And I actually went from a 70 to an 80 with this. The things I did not replace was the mounting bracket, the collar here, the outer shaft. Those are the only things I did not replace. I did replace this bearing race and bearing in there. There's also a bearing up here that I replaced. So let's go ahead and bust this open. So here's your cables from your lower unit that come up through. If you are going to do this, the only thing I suggest is over here on the pedal. If you see that screw right there, that's a tension screw for your cables that you just saw up here in the head unit. You just got to loosen that up some. You just want to loosen it up a little bit, enough that you can get a piece of tape around these two cables without the cable coming off the drum here. So if you loosen that screw up, you keep loosening it till you can pinch these kind of tight, till they almost come together. Like I said, you don't want to loosen it up too much. And what I did was wrap tape around that, because if you don't, they'll come off these grooves in here. They'll come off the grooves, and they say it's a pain to get it back on. I haven't had to do that, so I don't really know. But I just loosened that up enough that I could squeeze this and wrap some tape around it. And then this comes off. That's the hardest part about doing this, and that's even easy. So I really think it's worth it to just rebuild it yourself. Even if you had to get the mounting bracket, In the outer tube, I think you're still going to save a couple $100. And one other thing, if you are replacing this is 2 pieces, as you saw when I had it off. Not the top piece, but underneath here, there's like a little spot, like a little square, like a sticker. That's the old one, and the new one, I'm sorry. The old one, this is the one from Minn Kota, so it's going to have all your information about the trolling motor from the factory. You want to either write this number down or keep this piece as I did. Just for future, if you ever want to replace anything else, it's just going to be best to do so. Alright, now that I showed you guys what I replaced, I just want to show you their website real quick. That would be their website there. And like if you scroll down to, let's see here, lower unit parts. So let's say you want to buy the brush kit. If you tap right below the picture, if you tap on that right here, it brings up a diagram. It brings up a diagram, and the parts that you're buying are the ones that are highlighted in yellow, and this comes with everything you buy. So it's kind of like a little bit of instructions. I thought that was pretty cool, pretty nice of them to include that into everything that they send you. I do not work for them. I'm just trying to share it with you guys in case you got something you got to replace, or you know, something to that nature. You know, you might want to try going through them. Like I said, they're real knowledgeable. They send that diagram with, you know, everything you send if you got to put something together. I think they're a pretty nice little company. Thanks for watching.